Okay, I did make my notes of what I wanted to go over tonight. So, first and foremost, let's just go over our weekly assignment. I don't know about you, but it has been very, very eye opening to me. Even today, when I was so looking forward to coming home and having like a day at home, and being able to really figure out my schedule, then I'm sick in bed. Go figure. So, but I me, Samantha, and Tammy all met today. So Tammy's team and my team, our squads are both doing this. Samantha's team is not yet. But I really want for y'all to continue to do this. I want you to continue to see where the nooks and crannies are in your day to figure out what it all that you have, to make all of those things in your life work for you and for the better good. Because I don't know about you, but just the little bit that I did it, it felt so good. Like did it. And I'm saying that because I've been on vacation ever since. I mean, I haven't really got to be home on a normal schedule to get to do this yet. But so the whole reason why I love to do this is because there are people that work. We all know you work. Everybody works on here. Let's just be honest. I mean, we all work at some way, shape, or form. We all have different jobs where we can either jump on our phone or we can't. You've got to find this calendar. So I want to give us like 2 or 3 minutes. If anybody wants to unmute and let me know where they're at, what their feelings are. I'm here for the good, the bad, and the ugly, but not the negative. So unmute and let me know where you're at. And does somebody want to let Sheila know that this mandatory Zoom is going on as well?
I was just going to say, sorry, it's Kara. I was just going to say, I've really enjoyed it because, I mean, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I kind of just assumed I had a schedule because, you know, there's certain things during the day that I have to do with my kiddo, but doing this assignment has like totally opened my eyes to where I can fit more stuff in and not be so rushed, like when I'm trying to get him to go to bed.
Absolutely. You know, and when Kara first reached out to me, she's like, Lindsay, I don't know what you're talking about. And I don't know. I'm like, girl, I'm with you. We're going to have to figure it out, which is why I told her to reach out to Charlene. Guys, it's just like this morning when Bobby Joe is on Tammy's team and they're having to do the same thing. She was saying on the Work With Me Zoom this morning how bad she felt for calendar marking in time to have time with her husband or to watch Netflix. We shouldn't feel bad about scheduling that stuff in if we've done what we need to do. And I don't know about you, but I think that that is what, if I don't take anything else away from that, this shit of me feeling bad because I don't feel good, or me feeling bad because I want to watch Virgin River, or as long as my work is done and I'm ahead of the game and I have it scheduled in, stop feeling bad for that. So where else is anybody? Y'all know me, I talk all the time. So where are y'all at on your schedule, trying to figure it out, seeing that mornings or evenings work better for you? Unmute.
Hey, this is Amy. Oh.
Go, Amy.
So yeah, this week, I mean, to have it this week was kind of a fluster for me, but you know, the first day I was like, oh, I'm just going to do them. You know, when we were doing Mondays, I was like, oh, easy. And then reality hit. And I was like, holy crap on a cracker. This is like so different than what I had imagined. And so I'm actually pretty grateful for it. You know, I think by today I have gotten better with planning it the night before. And then, oh, that's saying that we have a Zoom. Sorry. Planning it the night before, I think that today went a whole lot better. So I'm actually really grateful we did this, even though we were all kind of like,
Yeah. And she's saying that because I reached out to the leaders first and they were all like, Lindsay, no, please don't. And then we were all the four that were like, crap, maybe we need this. Charlotte, what do you have to say? I saw you unmuted after Amy.
For the most part, I have stuck to it. I will say that like I may have had a chunk of time blocked off for A and I had to do C, you know, so I just kind of swapped them. But for the most part, with me not working like a job outside the home, I think it makes it easier. You know, because if I need to jump from A to B and then back to Z or something like that, it's easier. I don't have like corporate America breathing down my throat. But for the most part, I've been able to stick to it. But it is eye-opening because you don't realize the time that you think you're really doing something, but you're wasting. So that's been the eye-opener for me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anybody else?
Can I just say,
Yeah.
so I'm not bragging or tooting my own horn or anything crazy at all like that, but I've been writing a schedule like this for a couple of years now because I just felt like I have all this time and then the day's over and nothing's done. You know, you have all this time, but don't get hung up on having to swap things out, or it's not like it's a like the 10 commandments, you know, it's not written in stone. It's doing exactly what it needs to do by showing you where you can do better, really is all. But if you get yourself all hung up on, you know, I have to, not that you were getting hung up on, but people do, on I had to swap this out because I just did that. My dinner wasn't done at the normal time. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to work my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But like I said, the goal is just to show you where you can do more work, whatever that is for you.
Yes, I love that, Charlene. And that's exactly what you said. It's not really beating us up, but guys, so y'all, I'm giving you this assignment to work your business, right? But if you want to know why I'm having this assignment because I need to get my life back. I need to put the phone down. I need to schedule time away. And that's why I'm doing this. And so if I can teach y'all to do this now, then you're not going to find yourself in my position where this booger is attached to you 24/7. You'll be able to say, no, this is my time with my husband. No, this is my pedicure time. No, this is my, I don't give an F, I'm going to do something time, whatever that is for you, right? So I want to encourage you to see both sides of this. Number one, to work your business. Number two, to work your personal life. And number three, to get that alone time in. It is very important for you and your family and your mental state to make sure that you're justifying all of those things. Anybody else want to speak up on their calendar real quick before we move on?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I think for me personally, I was not planning things the night before, which I don't know why I didn't do that, because that's just how I always have done things, was lay out. I taught my kids to lay out your stuff the night before. Like, that's just what you do. And I think that now that my kids are older, I've gotten out of the habit because I have so much time in the morning to get myself together. So planning the night before, planning what I'm posting for sure, and actually working in, okay, I'm going to do my reel at this time. I'm going to do my post at this time. I'm going to do this. And like having that all lined out, I never did that before. And I know that I should have done it before, but maybe I thought I was doing it and just kind of winging it, but having it planned out the night before really just put more things into perspective. And I work my nooks and crannies a lot of times in between clients. So then when I come home at night, I fill in my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I've been trying to do that and have it lined out the night before. That way I can just kind of plug it in the missing spots when I get up the next day or throughout the day. So that was my 2 cents that I kind of brought away from that.
Absolutely, guys. And that's the main thing, you know, and here's the deal. Everybody has a job. Everybody's jobs are just different. For me, I don't necessarily have to go into great detail when I need to put a post up, but for somebody like Courtney or Sheila or Charlene or somebody like that has a job that they're watching your social media and you can't put one up during work hours, then you damn good and well know that at 7:15 your post better go up. At 12:15 your post better go up. And then after work, it's free for all. So this is why it's important to do that. And guys, today, if I wouldn't have batched my work, as in batched the things that I needed to say on social media, I wouldn't have got it up there. That's how bad my head was hurting. Like, I prayed right now to get through this next 30 to 35 minutes with y'all. But this is why I always tell you that batching is important, because I didn't have to think about anything today. I don't have it in me to think about anything extra today. So I want to challenge each and every one of you, when Sunday night comes and you may or may not be in my next squad. I don't know what, we have some crazy stuff up our sleeve, but we won't have the same squads. What I'm saying, you'll have a different leader. I cannot babysit you, but I encourage you to keep doing this. I encourage you maybe to find somebody in this squad and say, hey, I'm going to send this to you every night as my accountability partner. because it is going to be uber important for you. I don't know about you, but it's no different than if somebody walks with me or somebody does a diet regimen with me. When somebody else holds me accountable, I'll do it. If I don't, guess what? You miss one night, you miss 2 nights, and your ass is going to look up and it's going to be September. And you let this assignment that was helping you now not help you and take away from it. So I want to encourage you. It's not mandatory to do, but I want to encourage you to do that with somebody, because it would be really awesome. And maybe in your next squad, you find somebody that was in Tammy's team and they did the same thing, and you can compile and combat ideas against and off of one another as well. Next thing I wanted to talk about, I have notes and lists galore. You will get some exit questions. So I will send those exit questions out on Friday for you to have them back by Saturday. I will post those in the team page because it's just easier. Everybody can get to it. You'll know that's your exit questions. And then when you get those answered, you can just send them to me individually. Everybody understand that? Okay, cool beans. All right. So here's the thing. Each week you're going to get a weekly challenge. I want to know where you're at on still talking in your stories and doing your lives. Where are you at? Have you done that since we challenged you? I want a yes or a no, or a, oh crap, she just called me out.
I've been doing a live
I have
every
definitely been working
Thursday.
on that.
So Sheila's doing a live every Thursday. I don't
Yep.
know I know Candace is at work. I know Candace is doing Tuesday lives. I can speak for you, Candace, because I know you're working. Who was it that said I've been working on that? Sorry.
Thank you.
Yes, on stories, I need to do a live this week, says Amy. So I'm calling y'all out, just like I'm calling me out. Talking on my stories, I do that every day, all day, except for today. I do not feel like it. I don't want to. But I will tell you right now, I can throw challenges out to you. We as squad leaders can throw challenges out to you. You have to do them after the challenge is over. I want to encourage each person on here. You're talking in your stories. Guys, if you just make your shake in the morning, talk on your stories while you're making your shake. Every single morning, they're going to hear Lindsay's, think about it, whatever it is. If you want to give them Lindsay's love talk or Sheila's tips, or you want to do, Tay's ways, I don't know, whatever, figure something out that when you're making your shake in the morning, if that's the only time that you can get on there and you can be consistent, make your shake. Don't talk about Thrive. That's not what I'm telling you to do. All I'm telling you to do is say, oh my gosh, I have such a busy day up my sleeve. My son tries out for I have no idea what's going on. It says it's been signed in from another account. Everybody still hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Do something where you're talking in your stories and it comes natural to me. So guess what? It's just second nature. When you're making your shake in the morning, you know that you're going to go on there and go live. And here's $1 million tip. When you go live with your shake and I'm sitting here and I'm making it and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Wellness Wednesday. Here's my tip for the day. Make sure that you get lots of, I just spilled that water all over my bed. Make sure you get lots of water in. It's so important how much, this is me making my shake. It's so important to make sure that you're staying hydrated in these temperatures. I don't know about you, but I drink a gallon of water a day. That's 128 ounces of water a day. How many ounces of water a day do you drink? Bam. Guess what just happened? I legit just killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I just did a story. I asked 3 birds. I asked an interactive question, and all of my stories saved to my phone. So I could conceivably make a reel out of that too. I can go and make a reel that asks people how much water they drink a day and put a funny ass water song with it. Guys, I just did 3 things in 60 seconds. If you don't have 60 seconds to do that, I cannot help you. And I'm telling you, just do it. Second nature. However it is, every single morning when you're taking your capsules, instead of if a shake is, you don't have time to do a shake, then go on your thing and say, these are my jumper cables, and no longer coffee, whatever it is, that can always be a 3-fold situation for you. Are we all on that? If you're not doing it, I want to encourage you to do a live a week too. Interview somebody every single week. And I'm talking to myself. I used to do a series on Tuesdays called Chances Allows Choices, and it was an opportunity live. I need to get my ass back in gear because you want to know why? I need promoters. But if I'm not putting the opportunity out there for people, then I'm not going to get and attract people. So can we get a hands up with people that are going to do? I want you to start a weekly live. Guess what the cool thing is? Candace is so kind that on Tuesdays, she asks us what time it is. I like to try to keep mine around the same time and ask them as my guest speaker and be like, oh my gosh, Charlotte, I would be honored if you'd be my guest speaker at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesday. When you ask somebody like that, they're more apt to jump on, but do not ask them the day before and do not ask them 2 days before. You need to be asking people a week in advance so that they can get it on your calendar. Because remember, we're now making schedules and they need to have that. You need to have that in your schedule. Okay. Any questions on lives or stories? I've been doing a Talk About It Thursday interview live. See, that's awesome. And I guarantee you're getting people, like you said, that your samples have been going batshit crazy. I guarantee you guys, these people are watching her live. They're not telling her. They're not commenting. They're watching it. They're getting intrigued. And then bam, what does she do? She throws out a free sample and everybody wants a piece of her pie. Smart, smarter, not harder, guys. Anybody want to give any 2 cents before we move on to the next topic? Okay. Next thing I want to talk about. Last week, I'm just doing a recap. Last week we just did the work sesh. It is up on my YouTube. If you ever need to know what to do and how to do it, I encourage you to go get on that work sesh and just refresh your memory. I always do Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. If that's something, I know that most of y'all work, but if it ever is an opportunity, I would love to have you join me because you get an hour of me working with you and we really get down to the nitty gritty in that hour. Long story short, your work is done in that whole hour. So pretty much it's working for you the rest of the day. But I want to encourage you to take the bits and pieces that we did last week and start incorporating them into your follow-ups and your reach outs and how you do your Instagram and your groups and different things like that. I'm not saying that my way is the way. I'm just saying, make sure that every day you're working your Facebook, your Instagram, and your groups. I don't just pick and choose. I do those every single day, even when I'm death on my bed right now. I do that every single day. Reels, I meant to tell you, I know a lot of y'all are in the 4K boot camp and we're all mixed and mingled in here, but I really want to encourage you to start doing reels. They're fun. You can make them who you are and what you are. You're probably already doing them and not even realizing that you're doing them. You're just not putting them as a reel. So start trying. If you've never done one, step out of your comfort zone, reach out to somebody on here. Let's get you started on doing your first reel. If you've done them and you know that you need to do more, I encourage you to do that. Obviously, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is what's mandatory. You know what group you're in, the 4K or the 12K, you know what your checklist is. But again, if you want to grow and you want to get better, you got to do more. And I have a love-hate relationship with reels. I love them because they're funny as hell, but it's sometimes I can do some that are a little time consuming, but then they hit big. So, and one thing that Tay and I can tell you that we learned at my retreat, because her and I were partnered up, quit trying to match your mouth up to the words. Just freaking do it. Just say what they're saying, make your own deal. Courtney made one by herself that was super duper funny. Stop matching your mouth up to your reels. This was a reel that I'll show y'all real quick that we did, that we spent 30 minutes, me and her and Cammie, I shit y'all not, we spent 30 minutes making this reel. We finally got smart and said, oh my God, we're going to use our own voices. And it was no time.
Different day.
Hang on, I have to rewatch it.
We're going to continue being badasses.
Y'all, it took us 30 minutes to get our mouth to match up to that.
Same shit, different day. But we're going to continue being badasses.
And we've already got like 7,000 views on that thing. So we wasted all of that time instead of just using your own voice. So if you find something you like, just use your own voice and go make it who you are. What? Okay. I was gonna hang on. Anyways, sorry, daughter, I had to talk to her real quick. So make sure you're doing your reels using your own voices. Don't waste your time like we have or I have. Maybe you are clever. I mean, Courtney is clever. She can memorize stuff and do it. But if you're sitting here and you've spent 30 minutes on one reel, it's time to move on. That's my tips. All right. Make sure and mark on your calendars right now, Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be announcing the new squads. You will either be red, white, or blue. If you want to have fun and participate and you want to go buy a red and blue bandana, you can go do that. But it is not mandatory. It's totes up to you if you want to do that, because those are the 3 squads. Let me move over to the next thing, the mandatory Zooms. Does everybody understand that there is a mandatory Zoom Monday through Friday? If you have not went and watched what Cami put up today about motivation, let me let you know right now, it'll give you chills down your spine. And this woman had 0 motivation, 0 confidence 6 weeks ago. She sat in my living room floor and told us this. And when I watched her freaking live today, as bad as I feel, I had chills multiplying in down to my soul. So why do we watch these? Because our own side sisters are feeding into us and pouring into us. What she's had some quotes on there that blew my socks away. She did amazing. And this woman sat in my living room right over here, and she legit said, a month ago, I had no confidence. And for whatever reason, I decided to flip the script and look at her now. I mean, it is insane. So why are these important? Because I can feed into you, your squad can feed into you, but there's a side sister that's going to give you a little bit more each and every week. So I'm excited for you to do that. Plus, when it's your turn to get to speak, don't you want to be revved up? Don't you want to be your hot girls? Don't you want for us to be on there supporting you, letting you know, hey, you're doing an awesome job. We're proud of you. Thanks for your info. Okay. Do unto others as you want to be done. That's important. And we had a meeting today, the 3 of us, Samantha, Tammy, and I, and we're going to try to get our schedules together and let everybody know by Sunday night the times that we will be doing trainings and that our speakers will be speaking each week, so that when you're making your nightly calendar, you'll know what to do. Next thing I want to talk about, there's 2 more things, and then I'm going to open it up. One thing that Tammy's Zoom said Monday night that I know for a fact me and Amy are both on the same page. I'm going to make sure that we all are. This is not mandatory, but it may end up being mandatory, but it's not right this minute. I want you to find one area that you want to focus on in the month of August. And maybe you're not wanting to, I'll even be nice and let you do a bi-weekly. I want you to tell me by Saturday what that one area that you're going to focus on. I know that Amy and I are on the same page. We're in the same area. We're ready for this shit to blow up here in North Texas. We have a huge local coming up in Texas on August 12th and 13th. Her and I are doing nothing but pushing samples. Period. That's it. For a month, we are going to push samples. It is going to be in our stories. It is going to be on our wall. We are going to do live videos. I'm going to find people that started with the sample. Samples are going to be what I know that Amy and I have already discussed and we are talking about. I'm going to somehow get more creative and make story templates. Where do you want to focus for a month? If you, as y'all all should have, watched Tammy's Zoom Monday night, that is what she said. I have 10 minutes, so I've got to talk fast. Everybody is literally at a point in their lives where they're throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks, no matter how much training we give you. Get consistent with one thing. Are you going to do the detox in August? Then that is all my ass would be focusing on right now. If you are going to sample blitz and you're ready to spend the time and the effort, focus. Is there a plus line product, or you want to focus on sleep for 2 weeks? That's why I even gave you the bi-weekly, because if maybe you want to focus on sleep and you do rest gels and gummies for 2 weeks, and then the next 2 weeks, you want to focus on energy and you want to focus on activate and heat. Like you could do those in bi-weekly segments, but I want for you to let me know by Saturday, what is the thing you're going to focus on? And if it's one or two, but again, it's 2 weeks on one and then 2 weeks on the next, or a full month, because when do you die from doing the detox without Thrive? It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough, but I will honestly tell you that it is a feeling after like day 6 that is incredible. If you can just get to day 6, which you can. But remember, when you're sharing the detox and when you're sharing samples and when you're sharing all of these things, people don't know life before Thrive. They don't know life. I mean, they don't know life after Thrive. So they don't know that right now. A lot of my new customers came from the detox that I did in April, and then they ended up doing the detox in May with the group. Vibing and Thriving, I know, is doing their detox on August 15th. Tammy's running it. So now would be a time to focus on nothing but detox. So there's that. Okay, last but not least, promos. I know we have the huge promos from the company. I'm not going to sit here and go over them. You already know what they are. Here's what I'm going to say. Stop selling yourself short with what you already have on your shelf or in your credits. I know that $200 in that promo is huge. Free shipping, free sculpt. That's incredible, guys. That's a huge, huge promo. But some people don't have $200 right now, okay? That's their electric bill. So why are you just only focused on that promo that Lavelle put out? Don't. Go, what is on your shelves that maybe you could promo out? Do you have $50 in credits where you could help 5 people get $10 off? I want you to backtrack and remind yourself, yes, it's great to have these great promos, but $200 is a lot of money for a lot of people right now, whereas $100 could be a game changer for somebody. Maybe you're sitting on a pack of DFTs and they go and order the shakes and the pills. Granted, they'll have to shake every other day or half a day, shake a half a day. But you give them the free DFTs. So what are some other options that you're doing that are not company promo related that are working for you? Has anybody got anything up their sleeve or have thought about it?
I've been, I did a raffle for one option for one of the 4 gummy products, just for creating a new account. I got 15 new accounts in 2.5 weeks, just as a shot to win a free product of their choice.
And you did this on your social?
Yep.
Okay. So we can go stalk her and see what she did as far as the gummy giveaway.
Well, I did it right before our retreat, so it was last month, but I ended up with 15 new accounts. All you had to do to register to win was create a free account. I put my link in the comments. I ended up with 15 free accounts in 2.5 weeks.
Have you, did any of them turn over into a customer yet? Or are you still working on them?
4.
Hello, people. 4 people
then-
a freaking a raffle.
And then other people, that didn't win, because I did a live doing the raffle and announced who the winner was, but I had people who actually followed up with me afterwards and asked me about samples. So I got 4 customers out of it. The person who won the sample actually is now buying it regularly. So she's one of the 4 customers. But I ended up getting 15 free accounts, free all access accounts. In a little over 2 weeks, did the raffle. I've earned 4 customers out of it and a couple of referrals and 1 new promoter.
All right. Well, there you go. Don't ever lose sight of a simple giveaway, a simple of doing something. Shantae added cash rebate off of each of those promos. And then she's also still working her birthday reach outs. Candace, I've been offering cash rebates, still working on that one possible customer. That's awesome. So here's the thing, guys, just think out does anybody else want to unmute and tell me something they're doing? I just want you to think outside the box is what I'm trying to say. I know it is so easy for us to see these promos that Lavelle gives us, but sometimes they're not feasible. Maybe you need to $30 your way to sleep gummies, or maybe you need just somebody to order $100 because that's all they have. Make it work to your customers. Ask them. One thing I learned that scared the shit out of me is I started asking people, what is your budget? What is your budget? And when you ask people what their budget is, you're going to be surprised. I think I've had one person come back and tell me $25, and that I don't want a $25 customer, right? I did give them the options. But majority of them, you'd be surprised, $75 to $100, you can work with that budget for what it is, the one thing that they need. I know a crap load of people on Tammy Battaglia's team down came in with one plus line product. One plus line product is what sold them. So stop thinking that you have to do, yes, $200 is going to get us to our goals a lot faster, but I would rather have a consistent $30, $50, $100 customer every single month that I can rely on and build upon, as opposed to a one and done, right? Like, think about it that way. A one and done, and I have great customer service, but they're wanting a miracle, and I can't give you a miracle. I can give you a lifestyle change. So we have 3 minutes. I want to open this up. Any questions that you have, anything that you want to throw out to me? Y'all get the floor. I'm zipping it.
Can you repeat what time that Zoom is for Sunday?
6:30 Central, so 7:30 Eastern. It's right after Tammy's work with me Zoom.
Okay.
Hey guys, I don't know, some of us end up with a stockpile of products. I ended up with that because of the BOGO, that kind of thing. Some things just didn't work out, and I ended up with a stockpile of things. Get creative with samples. Send out some samples in a thank you card to your customer. I sent blast samples out to all my customers in a little thank you card, and just wrote a quick little note in there. It says, hope you have a blast this summer. That's getting a different type of product in some of your customers' hands that maybe haven't tried it or heard about it. So that's a great way to segue into maybe a new product that they haven't tried. Wasn't very expensive at all. Didn't cost any extra postage or anything like that. So if you have a stockpile of a particular product sitting around, share them with your customers. Offer, 3 for $2. For somebody to try, if you've got a stockpile of stuff. That's worked out fairly well for me on a couple different occasions.
Piggyback off of that and use your upline too. So if you don't have credits, or maybe you need something just to kind of break that ice, reach out to your upline, because chances are we either have a stockpile or we have credits or some kind of leeway to help you out. So don't be afraid not to ask.
Yes. And I always tell people, if your upline is a check collector, ask their ass anyways, because they're making money off of you. And I've learned that not by Susan. I'm saying I've learned that the hard way with other people that are like, well, Lindsay, guess what, honey? They're qualified and active. They're making money. And if you need me to help you with that, I shine at that shit. So sign me up for it. But guys, stop, Courtney, running an end of month BOGO with my stock that I have. See, I love that. And that is a promo that I have ran, which we don't have a lot of time, but I have a graphic where you buy 2 and you get your third item for free. If you're really needing something to do, they buy 2 products of equal or lesser value, and you get your third one for free of something. I don't know. The graphic has it. If you want it, just message me. I can send that to you. But guys, I love you. I'm so proud of you. Tomorrow is a new day. Calendars and all the good things should be posted up here. I don't know when I made it, but I scheduled it out. Let me know what you're doing tomorrow. So I want to know. Thanks, guys, and prayers that I feel better, because I am on the struggle bus. So if you'll put me in your prayers, I'd appreciate it. All right. Love y'all. Bye.